Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Sag. Today, we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So, with all that being said, Sag, let's get started. How does Sagittarius currently view this relationship? So we do have the Six of Cups, we do have the Star, and then we also have the Nine of Swords. So in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, Sagittarius, there's somebody here that you currently find yourself connecting with. Now, whoever this person is that you currently find yourself connecting with, it's someone that you feel could just be the one for you. I am definitely getting that. There's very strong and intense emotions that you do have, for this particular person that you currently find yourself, connecting with. But I am definitely getting that you do view this person as somebody who might just be the one for you. Now, with the Nine of Swords coming out here, I do feel like you're a little bit scared. I am getting that. You are scared of getting heartbroken. You are scared of getting disappointed and let down again because you've experienced this many times in previous relationships, and you're really hoping that you don't end up going through that with this particular person that you currently find yourself connecting with, especially because this is somebody that you have a lot of emotions for. This is somebody who definitely fits what you're essentially looking for. So I feel like you're trying your hardest to just kind of like keep the faith and not overthink it or allow fear to get the best of you. But I feel like at times, yeah, fear does kind of get the best of you. I am getting that, but let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay. Well, you know how to pick them. That's one thing I will say. This person's showing up as a high priestess to the Nine of Pentacles, to Lovers. This is somebody who takes very, very good care of themselves. I am definitely getting that. They take very, very good care of themselves. They're also very, very independent. On top of that, very spiritually based, also very, very intuitive. But when it comes down to you and this connection that they share with you, this person really, really does, like you and what they currently share with you, on an intuitive level and on a soul level. This person feels really, really good about you and this connection that they share, with you. I do believe this is somebody who also has a lot of emotions for you as well. However, here's one thing that I do want to let you know about this person, okay? And it's just something to kind of be aware of, so that way when it does happen, you're not freaking out, you're not overthinking it. But this person does harness Nine of Pentacles energy. This is like a common thing that I've seen with people who harness Nine of Pentacles energy. When anybody who harnesses Nine of Pentacles energy meets somebody that they really, really do like and that they want to essentially pursue a relationship with, like, for example, what's going on here between the two of you, because they do want to pursue a relationship with you. I am definitely getting that. The transition from going from being single and alone to being in a full-blown committed relationship is very hard and challenging for people who harness Nine of Pentacles energy, because people who harness Nine of Pentacles energy are people that are just accustomed, to being single and alone, you know what I mean? So to go from being single and alone to like being in a relationship, it's a huge like adjustment that anybody who harnesses Nine of Pentacles energy would have to essentially make. This is not that type of person that's going to adapt to you quickly. This is not that type of person that's going to adapt to their relationship with you quickly. It's going to take them some time to like fully adapt and adjust to life without you in it. So this is not someone that you want to like rush things with, because typically what I noticed throughout the years of doing tarot is that when a Nine of Pentacles energy feels rush into something, they tend to get very, very overwhelmed, and they tend to kind of like psych themselves out to the point where they start to, feel like, okay, wait, maybe this is not the person for me. Maybe I shouldn't really be doing this right now. Maybe I should be single for a little longer. So when it comes onto this particular person, I think that it is best to take things slowly with them until they like adjust and adapt to life with, you in it. So I really wouldn't rush this person into like, getting like a place, for example, together or anything like, crazy like that. Not until this person, has fully adjust and adapt to life with you in it. Because again, this is somebody who's so used to being single and alone, it's not even funny. Okay, let's jump back to you. How does... Okay, you're really scared. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords, we have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. I just kind of feel like you just want to know. Hold on, before my phone dies, 1 second. Okay, we're back. I just needed to put my phone on the charger. But I just feel like you want to know if you actually do have anything to worry about when it does come to this person. Because the last thing you want is to invest all that you have to give into this relationship and then for it to blow up in your face and not work out. Like, you just kind of want to know. Okay. Okay, so the fact that we do have the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords, right off the bat, that is telling me that you do have something to worry about in regards to this person. Because typically when somebody gets the Nine of Swords, that represents somebody who's very worried and concerned about the future and but what if this happens, what if that happens? But when the Ten of Swords comes out nearby, because we have two Ten of Swords in this tarot deck. We have the Ten of Swords that says everything is fine, and then we also have the Ten of Swords that says the Ten of Swords. So when it comes down to the swords in tarot, that basically represents our thoughts. So that's kind of telling me that there is something that you do need to worry about when it comes down to this particular person that you find yourself connecting with. So let's just see what that's all about. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. Okay, so we do have the Knight of Cups. We got the Hermit. We also have the Six of Wands, the Justice card. Then we got the Queen of Pentacles. Then we got the Seven of Swords. Okay, and then we also have the Two of Swords out here. Okay. You don't have to worry about things not reaching higher levels of commitment, because I do see it eventually getting to that point between the two of you. However, like I said, I mean, Nine of Swords to Ten of Swords, you do have something to worry about when it comes down to this particular person. This person does harness Seven of Swords energy, which basically represents self-sabotaging energy. Now, before we get carried away, let's look a little bit more into the Seven of Swords energy before I say anything, because I just need to confirm something. Tell me more about the Seven of Swords. Okay. 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 How do I put this? Like I said, it will reach higher levels of commitment, but one thing that I feel like you do have to essentially worry about when it comes down to this particular person that you find yourself romantically involved with is this. And I'm just gonna try to paint this picture to the best of my freaking ability here. There more than likely is gonna come a point in time where this person might find themselves doing things in this dynamic that they share with you that they shouldn't be doing. However, it's not going to actually reach a point of them ever becoming physically involved with somebody else, because I don't think that'll ever reach that point. But like, this person might find themselves doing something along the lines of like, flirting with like another guy or another girl, whatever it is that they're into. They might find themselves, I don't know, entertaining another guy or another, woman, whatever have you, but it'll never get to a point where this person allows it to get to like a physical type of moment between them and whoever is basically what I'm getting. But there's like a reason why they're gonna find themselves doing this. Okay. Okay. It kind of looks like the primary reason why this person is gonna find themselves doing it is because of certain things that they're gonna find themselves having to essentially go through with you. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this person wants you to change something about yourself, but you refuse to change that one thing that they want you to change about yourself. Well, they're going to take that upon themselves to be like, all right, cool. You know what? If they don't want to change this down the third about themselves, that's fine. You know what? I'm going to start going off and I'm going to go flirt with this guy. I'm going to go flirt with this girl. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. They're never going to allow it to get to a point where they're actually physically like intimate with that person, but they will do things along those lines. But it's like it's just their way of like reacting towards whatever it is that you're actually putting them through. This is that type of person that how do I explain them? It's like they don't mind being good to you, loyal to you, committed to you, devoted to you. They don't mind doing that. That's easy for them. But the moment you do something to cause them to essentially feel foolish or stupid for, being loyal to you, committed to you, devoted to you, good to you, whatever have you, they're going to take it upon themselves to do something that they know you're not going to necessarily like. Look at it as like revenge, basically. Look at it as basically revenge. Is basically what I'm getting. So I mean, that's the only thing, I guess, that you would have to essentially like, worry about, I guess, like when it comes down to this person. Like if you do something, because this is that type of person that you have to throw, like, you got to throw a stone in their direction to get them to throw something right back at you. This is not that type of person that's like just out here throwing stones just because. Like, no. Like somebody would have to throw a stone in their direction first before they pick up a stone and throw it in that person's direction that just threw it in their direction. Does that make any sense? And that's just kind of what we're seeing here, that you're doing something in this relationship in the future that they either want you to stop doing or change or whatever have you. And because they don't see you stop doing, I guess, whatever this thing is that they want you to stop doing, or they don't see you changing whatever this thing is, I guess, that they want you to essentially change, they're going to take that as an insult, and they're going to take it upon themselves to do something that they know you are not going to like. Like flirting with another guy, for example, entertaining another guy, for example, or another woman, or flirting with another woman, things like that. So, I mean, that's the only thing, you know what I mean? That's the only thing that I'm getting. Like, are they going to be physically, like, intimate with somebody else? No, I'm not getting that. I'm not getting them kissing anybody else, holding hands with anybody else, getting in bed with I'm not getting any of that. What I am definitely getting is those things that I mentioned, like, them, flirting with other men, flirting with other women, entertaining other men, entertaining other women. I see them doing that. But that's about it. But it's because they know that you wouldn't like it. You know what I mean? And their whole thing is, well, if you're going to do this, and I told you I don't like this, I'm gonna go do this because I know you're not gonna like this. Does that make sense? And they're doing it, by the way. They're doing it, and it's interesting how they're going about it, because they're not flirting with another guy or flirting with another woman in hopes that you find out about it. No. Like they're doing all of this in hopes that you don't find out about it. But as long as they know that they're kind of in a certain degree, I guess, doing you dirty behind your back, that's all that really matters to them. Like that's their way of like getting even. Like they don't have to shove it in your face or anything like that. They would prefer for you not to find out, actually. So that's kind of how they're going to go about it. They're not going to rub it in your face or anything like that, or make it obvious that they're like flirting with another guy or another girl. They're not going to do all that shit. Like, but they will do it, and they'll make sure you don't ever find out about it. As long as they're getting their secret revenge against you, that's all that really matters to them. They don't need to shove it in your face. They don't need to, shout it from the rooftops or anything like that. But that's the only thing, I guess, like that you would have to worry about. I know some people consider that to be cheating. Not here to debate that or argue. I mean, you have every right. Yeah, I mean, I think that is fucking cheating, but some people don't look at it as cheating. Some people do. And if you're the type of person that does view that as like, that's like cheating and that's wrong, I'm with you on that 100%. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. But that's the only thing that you got to worry about, is them flirting with another man, flirting with another woman, entertaining another man, entertaining another woman, giving another man the impression that they're interested in them, giving another woman the impression that they're interested in them. And this will occur when you guys are in a committed relationship with one another. It's not going to happen now when everything's butterflies and rainbows and ponies and stuff. It's going to happen when the problems show up. But I can't emphasize this enough. Not to say that what they're doing is right, but the way that I actually see it playing out is this. Depending on how you play this will determine how they play this. If you don't throw any stones in their direction, you don't have to worry about them doing anything to spite you, get even with you, whatever have you. If you throw a stone in their direction, they will react. They will react, and they will do something super petty and super wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how this person functions, I guess. That's basically what I'm getting. Anyways. All right, let's keep going. So we have the, well, y'all are both basically worried about one another from the looks of it, because y'all are both basically worried is what I'm getting. It's crazy because they're very, very worried. They're very, very worried, you know, that one day, you know, you'll basically leave them, you know what I mean, for somebody else. Why is this person worried about stuff like that? I don't know. Maybe it's because, you know, they were dealing with somebody who left them to go be with someone else. Now, that's something they do not have to worry about when it comes down to you. So as far as you leaving them to go run off into the sunset with Susan or Bob, that shit is never going to happen. They have the Ten of Swords that says everything is fine. So that's telling me when it comes down to their worries and their concerns, they don't have anything to worry about when it comes down to you. So whatever their worries and concerns are, they don't got anything to worry about. They're good. So then there's that. What actions will Sag take towards this person or moving forward? Okay, so we do have the Three of Wands. We got the Sun, and then we also have the Four of Cups out here. Okay, tell me more about the Four of Cups. Because I was like, why are you restricted? I was going to say, like, why are you restricted here? Because this person's worried and concerned that you're going to run off into the moonlight or the sunlight, whatever have you, with somebody else, they're going to start to place a lot of restrictions upon you. No, Sag, you can't go hang out with your friends at the bar this weekend. We ain't doing that shit, okay? And over time, it's going to cause you to kind of feel restricted. I am definitely getting that. However, with the Sun to the Three of Wands, it kind of looks like you're willing to sacrifice whatever they want you to essentially sacrifice. Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like, this is somebody that you want to build with. This is somebody that you want to, you know, spend the rest of your life with. So if you have to sacrifice this, that, and the third for this one over here, you know, you're just going to essentially do it. In fact, this might be a first for you. Like, maybe you've never had to, like, stop doing certain things in like previous relationships, because I am definitely getting that, like, whatever it is that this person wants you to stop doing or sacrifice are things that no one has ever told you to stop doing and or sacrifice is what I'm getting, but you're doing it for this one. I am definitely getting that. All right, we do have the World. We got the Justice card. We also have the Two of Wands, and then we also have the Ten of Wands. I think it's safe to say that this person doesn't trust you entirely, because this person's worried and concerned that you're going to go leave them to run off into the sunset with Bob or Susan. I think it's safe to say that they don't fully trust you. I think it's safe to say they do have trust issues. And at the end, that's going to be the challenging part that this person's going to have to find themselves essentially facing within this dynamic, you know, that they share with you, is that they don't really trust you entirely. And that's going to make it very hard and very, very challenging. But even though it's going to be very, very hard and challenging for them to be with somebody that they don't fully trust, at the end of the day, because they want to essentially be with you and make this relationship work, they're going to see this entire situation through. Just like you don't like the fact that you feel restricted in this relationship and you can't go hang out with your boys, you know what I mean, on the weekend, or your girlfriends on the weekend. You're not going to like it, but you're going to just deal with it. You know what I mean? Because you love them and you want to essentially be with them. They may not like the fact that they're building with somebody that they feel is going to run off into the sunset with Bob, Susan, or whatever the hell may be. But because they love you and, you know, they see themselves having something serious with you, and they don't want to start over, okay? Because that's like a mutual feeling here. You don't want to start over. They don't want to start over. You guys are going to, you know, do whatever it is that you guys can to make this relationship between the two of you work. Okay, so that is what I have for you, my friend. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.